Welcome back to another episode of Kate and Friends. I like that
we're Christmas heavy on the sides.
A little bit Christmas heavy. Danny's ruining it a little bit.
We look like Teletubbies.
That's okay.
We do look like Teletubbies.
I like our colors this morning. Megan, your nails are fantastic. You're matching the shoes, the whole thing.
Yeah, I was afraid this morning. I mentioned it before the show, but I was walking out to my car, started it, and I was waiting for it to warm up, and I'm looking at my outfit. I'm like, well, shit. I look like a gangbanger. This could be a problem going into the city.
Let's do the Bloods and the Crips, man.
There you go.
We're okay.
And I'll be the white later neighbor calling.
Karen.
Anyway, what a start.
We
got the Crips and the Bloods and me.
We covered gangs, Teletubbies, Christmas.
We're off to a hot start this morning. I am wearing green because at first I do the Thursday morning roast of a football team, and at first, as soon as I picked which team, I went to Amazon. I was like buying merch for all these different NFL teams that I was only wearing once. And I'm not a real adult, so I don't know how to return things to Amazon. Somebody in the kitchen earlier was like, it's the easiest thing in the world.
I heard that
conversation.
Idiot. That's crazy. That's like.
You return stuff?
All the time. I buy like thousands of things just so I can try them on and then return them.
Wow, you are better than me. I am the product of overconsumption. I want to ban Amazon.
So am I, but then I return
But I don't
half
return
of
it. That's my problem. I'll buy something
issue.
and I'll be like, this is fucking ugly, and I'll just throw it in the pile of the other Amazon things that I bought that are fucking ugly.
Things.
Yeah.
I'd be in debt if I didn't return things.
I know. I'd rather just eat the $20 than go through the hassle of figuring out how to return it. But I don't have that kind of money.
No,
I
you just
be doing
go to
that.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, for Amazon.
Or UPS, and they scan it and they do it for you.
You can also do it here.
If you have the label and everything, you can ship it yourself. But
Megan.
Amazon especially is like the easiest things to return.
There has to be some kind of class here, some kind of adulting class, because so many of us.
Domesticated will start soon. We're still trying to
make
figure out
returning
the
a package a whole episode.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of the post office. I don't.
Like how to speak
the
to
post
workers.
office. No.
That's why the mugs are still here. Fucking. I'm sorry.
Does anyone have experience with the TikTok shop?
No, I've actually never bought anything of there.
I just recently bought like the first thing ever on there.
Is it
What'd
a
you
scam?
get?
It was like a hair straightener.
Did you get it delivered?
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
And it works well?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
I got shit.
It's like a name brand.
I ordered like two
a
things.
random
I ordered
thing.
2 things off there. One is just like, yeah, this is never coming. We'll give you a refund. The other's been in delivery for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm starting to really
what did you
be
order off
skeptical.
the TikTok? What did men order off the
Yeah.
I
TikTok
saw
shop?
I need a winter coat, and I was like, oh, let's see if this one
Off
works.
the TikTok shop? A winter coat?
That's
Yeah.
a bold move.
That's a big deal purchase.
I'm a bold man.
How much was it? Like $20?
Yeah, it was a cheap one. It's not going to be my main one, all right?
I feel like the TikTok shop is equivalent to Temu, but maybe I'm wrong because I've never bought anything from either. I'm just terrified of like getting a package with like weird mites or something in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I've needed a new winter coat for like the past 3 years, but
So
my
you're like the TikTok shop is where I'll
but
do it.
my mom won't let me. She wants to get it for me for Christmas, but I need it before then. So I'm like, let me do an interim coat until then. And the TikTok shop looks like it's not going to come through for me.
Well, that's thoughtful of you.
Why is it with moms? I mean, we're moms. Why do we feel the need to like be like, I'm going to get you this jacket for Christmas, even though I know that November is a very cold month, and December and Christmas is not till the end of December. I'm going to wait and hold out on giving you this gift that I know you'll need for Christmas.
I think because Christmas is so effing expensive, anything that you can tack on as a gift that's just like a basic human need.
Mm-hmm.
Like my parents get me jugs of what's that windshield wiper fluid every year? They're like, Merry Christmas. Like I always get like practical shit that I'm like,
see, but I like that.
Just
but
hand them a grocery list.
Yeah.
I guess my thing is it's just like I think people get caught up too much on just like the day of, right? Like people's birthdays, like having to see people on their actual birthday. It's like, if you see me a week later, you can still tell me happy birthday. It's kind of the same effect. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too casual with holidays.
Well, my mom was texting me this morning. She's like, you have to tell me things you want for Christmas. I can't not get you anything. So I think she's like, oh, you finally need something. Please let me get it for you. You need a coat. It's the only thing I got for you so far.
you gotta let her mom you a little.
Yeah.
You gotta do
I'll
it a little.
freeze. I'll freeze for your mom.
Right.
But the TikTok shop, I saw this thing, you're talking about consumerism, where I asked myself 2 things. Is this just going to wind up in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? And this lady had this great for going through your house and clearing out stuff, if the object was covered in poop, which if you have toddlers, it might be, would you throw it out or clean it? If you would clean the item if it was covered in poop, you actually really care about it.
Is it my
poop?
poop?
You should keep it. It's a stranger's poop.
Oh. Then
are you going to clean it?
I don't know if I'd keep anything in the house.
Or your kid's poop.
Keep anything.
I'm going to burn the house.
Or maybe your own poop. I don't know.
I'd throw my dog out if it was covered in someone else's poop.
I feel like there should be also more like affordable dumpster renting services where you just like you could rent one for like $50 for the day and you could just like get rid of everything that you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Because you got to pay like the
it's so expensive
TaskRabbits or whatever like by the hour, and then they're like, we'll take 2 bags to the dump and come back and do 2 more bags. And then it ends up being like 4 hours. I just need to throw shit away.
You should be able to turn your house into like if I could turn it into a store for a day and be like, come through, just take anything you want. I don't even give a fuck, whatever you take.
Yard sale, baby.
I was telling you guys, somebody broke into my car earlier this week. Was it this week or last week? I don't know where I am. And I got into the car in the morning and I realized all my compartments were open, like every single compartment, and all my shit was just strewn everywhere. And once I took account of everything, they took nothing. Like my car was just trash and goldfish, and they took no documents. They took like literally, they just threw shit around, and we're like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady?
Yeah, y'all really live like this?
There was like stuff in the back. I had a really nice beach umbrella they didn't take.
Little do you know, it's the guy behind the account. Is Kate looking right?
Right, is snooping through my stuff.
I had one of those delivery services. I think it was like the Stitch Fix, where they'll send you items of clothing or whatever. And I used to live on a busy street, and the package was on the porch, and someone ripped it open and just didn't take any of the clothes.
They were like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like PFT's laundry getting stolen. I still want to know who took his laundry, because it's all probably just medium T-shirts of Washington Commanders stuff,
right?
Yeah.
Or like
Saturdays
Mountain
are for
Dew
the boys
t-shirts.
shirts.
Yeah, who's taking that?
Yeah, when did that? I'm unfamiliar with that
happened
saga.
a couple months back. I think it was like in the summertime. But PFT
Is that a laundromat?
Had a laundry service, and like so the service was returning the laundry to his porch, and the whole bag of laundry just
a
vanished.
Massive log of all his clothes got taken. Yeah, he had to start from scratch.
Which is a risky steal.
Yeah.
It is.
Again, like you don't know what you're getting.
Again, then PFT, like out of everyone here, I feel like is one of the most like the best people to wear the items that like maybe people don't want. Like PFT's like, oh, a free shirt? Yeah, I'm taking it.
He makes it work.
And he's going to make it work.
Zubaz sweatshorts? Absolutely.
Yeah, he says it. He's like, I dress like a 6th grader. Like, that's my style.
At some point, he's just going to turn into Adam Sandler. Like, when he gets older, like, it's just going to be like a weird polo shirt. Like, it kind of already is. Like, he'll wear like a collared flower polo shirt with like loose track pants or just something crazy and like crazy shoes.
That's the dream.
That's fashion, honey.
It's flattering his stuff got stolen. I was offended that none of my stuff got taken. I was like, what's wrong with me? I wanted to share some things I learned about. Every week I learn about these football teams, and then I'm like brimming with knowledge that I just want to like tell people, whoever makes eye contact with me. I learned things about the Patriots this week that I thought were really interesting.
Let's hear them, Kate.
Can I share these things? One, the guy, there's been several iterations of this guy, but the guy who was inside the Patriot Pat mascot in the 2000s got busted in a Craigslist prostitution scam. I guess the Massachusetts made a law that I guess prostitution's okay outside if you're like out in the grass, but it couldn't be inside anymore. And they caught him inside. He was trying to hook up with a prostitute inside.
Was he wearing the costume?
He was not wearing the Patriot Pat costume, but I just really liked that.
Yeah, I'm going to imagine it as like a furry situation where he did wear the costume.
I bet he bragged like, "Do you know who I am? Yeah. I'm fucking Patriot."
No one knows. Dude, you're not supposed to tell people if you're a mascot.
Really?
No, I know.
That's a big,
mascot
big deal. Like whenever we were down in Louisiana, the guy came up to me. He's like, "Don't tell anybody, but I'm actually Mike the Tiger." And I was like, "The one in the suit?" And he was like, "Yeah, but like, don't put that on camera." And I was like, you can't tell? He's like, no, I'll lose my entire scholarship. Like, I can't do that.
I'm going to start telling people I'm Benny the Bull.
You could.
You
could.
could.
He was here for when the Pop-Tarts were here. All of those guys, like the one guy that was like the main Pop-Tart was Benny the Bull for like 25 years.
That's right. Hey, you're not supposed to tell anyone.
Well, we don't know who it was, but
I dabbled in.
It was cinnamon sugar.
In some mascot work when I worked for like a minor league baseball team.
What'd you do?
And you would be the cutest mascot on earth.
It wasn't like the full-time mascot. Like they had the mascot for the team, but I worked as an intern on like the promotions team. So in between innings, we would like do the little games with the kids on the field, and so that's when I would do. My main one was like this chicken, which is like not a mascot at the thing anymore, and the whole bit was that I was like mean to the kids, so I would like play musical chairs with them and then like
take the chairs out
push
from
them
underneath
over
them.
Yes, exactly. It was like a whole thing. But yeah, that was like I learned a lot about mascot rules. Like you're not allowed to take your head off in front of anybody, and like you can't
mascot code.
If they can't see your face, you can't speak to anybody. Like they can't know that somebody's in there. So there's like a lot of rules. And I would imagine
crazy.
if you're like a big time college or like professional sports mascot, it's like a big deal.
It's gotta
like
be.
follow the rules.
That's what I wondered when Gritty came to the old New York Barstool office, and I love Gritty. I'm a huge Gritty head.
Obsessed with Gritty.
Love Gritty. And I was thinking to myself, like, early 20s Kate, and I'm not saying that the person inside Gritty is this kind of person, but like one of those things where you might hook up with somebody just for the plot.
I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah.
I said it in my head, and I was waiting for you to say it, and then it just clicked, and I was like, she just fucking said that.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
Where like he's asleep and I'm in the closet taking a selfie with the costume for telling my girlfriend's like, you're not gonna fucking believe.
It's like the Conor McGregor picture where like
Gritty.
he's sleeping but he's like in the Gritty costume, and you're like taking the picture with him.
like,
Yeah.
hey, what's
Hannah
going on?
Berner, the comedian who's been on like reality TV before, she tells a story. She went to Wisconsin, and she tells a story about how she like hooked up with Bucky the Badger at Wisconsin. It's very funny.
You would need to show me proof. Because I feel like anybody could say
Yes,
Yeah, right.
anybody.
that I would need some kind of like some fur clippings from the whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to prove it to me.
I feel like more mascots should like take the heel role and like get on Twitter and like start just like being hilarious.
Yeah.
What's the point? Why not? Have your
Yeah.
mascot have a full personality.
Like Blooper.
I agree.
You know what pissed me off? I went to Times Square for the first time over the
they
weekend.
take the heads
that's
off,
what pissed
buddy.
you off?
Yeah. Well, you hear it's the things you hear about Times Square are like all the billboards, all the lights, and then third is like the mascots. And I see Elmo and Spider-Man, and they're wearing filthy suits. Spider-Man has fucking New Balances on, clearly not Spider-Man. I don't even know how a 2-year-old would think that's Spider-Man. And then you could see their face, and they're also like, you even whip out a phone near them. It's like, give me money, give me money.
Super aggressive.
And
very
there's
mean.
obviously mostly just tourists. So if that's their idea of our mascots and like they're representing the mascots to the rest of the world, that's a fucking disgrace.
It is. I agree. Dora
good
the
point.
Explorer is always a man there and always has her head off smoking a cigarette.
Yes. It's like they don't even try and are expecting more pay than a real mascot.
Yes. Super aggressive.
Fuck them.
When I was in middle school, we took a trip to New York City and I got a picture with the naked cowboy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys he used to be like a big deal in Times Square. And he would just play the guitar in his underwear with cowboy boots on, and it was like...
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know why he sticks out so, like...
I could respect that in original mascot.
Well,
but like if you're the brown Elmo.
I was like 11, and I was taking we had those old school cameras or whatever, the little like clicker, just the ones you had to take to the store. And I went to take a selfie, and he ran over to the chaperone and was like, she needs to pay, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh. Anyway, I still have that picture.
Did you pay?
$5. I certainly did. But anyway, yeah, mascots. But anyway, Patriot Pat, horny. Is the moral of that story.
Horny criminal.
Apparently, at some event, Robert Kraft was with Vladimir Putin, and he had a Super Bowl ring, and Vladimir Putin was like, oh, let me see the ring. Wow, you could kill somebody with this. Ha, ha, ha. All right. And then he just like walked away with the ring.
And then what?
Vlad.
He got it back, right?
Nope.
No,
Vladimir
he
Putin
just-
still has a Super Bowl ring?
I think he just got a new one.
Yeah.
Kraft. Like he was like, I don't.
I mean,
I guess
yeah,
that's
to be
it.
fair, if Vladimir Putin took my ring, I don't know if I'm going to like chase him down to grab it.
I
Yeah.
would. I'll
You
fucking
fall out of
1000%
hospital
would.
window 6 months later.
But I think
Yeah.
he had like 3 others at the time, so I don't think it was his main.
He had a dish of them out. Please take
Yeah.
a Super Bowl ring. It's fine.
Crazy. If we wanted to play like we could even do like 3 degrees of Dave Portnoy. We all know Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. I guess we have. And they probably shook hands in there. So we've
We've all shaken hands.
We might have a single cell of Vladimir Putin somewhere on our bodies, which is crazy to think about. This is fucked up. I always think about, Bin Laden's at the bottom of the sea.
Correct.
You know.
So anytime you swim,
particles go out, and it's like, what if you have swallowed a piece of
Bin Laden
when you're like boogie boarding with your family at Myrtle Beach? Little do you know, you got a little piece of Bin Laden on your hair.
Dude, speaking of people being dead, I've
hot
been,
show today.
I know. I've been stumbling across like the Great Lakes TikTok, and have you guys heard of the dancing table?
No.
I think it's at the bottom of Lake Erie or Lake Superior, one of the lakes. But apparently it gets so cold that anyone that drowns, their body basically cryo freezes and is like kept in perfect condition.
That's superior.
And they're all just like floating and like looking directly up like this, and their bodies are like perfectly, dude, it's crazy.
Really? Like
perfectly perfect and dead.
The Edmund Fitzgerald had us all down a rabbit hole the other day because it was the 50th anniversary. Who among us wasn't up late at night on Saturday looking at clips about the Edmund, learning about the Edmund Fitzgerald? I certainly was. But that's Superior. Holds more water than all the other lakes combined, deeper than all the other lakes combined, and it's super cold. And so they say the bodies are still in there, just like perfect,
floating around. That's crazy.
But you're not allowed to go down there anymore. They took like one submarine down there in the 90s. And then they declared it a gravesite, and no one's allowed to go down there
supposedly
anymore.
There's like a big snake that lives in there too. I don't know, like a Loch Ness monster.
There's no
snake.
oxygen down there. They said too. There's like a weirdly no oxygen lake.
Yeah,
you're from around here.
Hit
us with some lakes knowledge.
In I think it's Lake Delavan. There used to be a circus around there, and so my dad would always tell me that they would push the elephants to the middle of the ice after they died, and elephant bones would be in there. That's all I got for you guys today.
What the fuck? Is the man the guy that's pushing the elephants?
Mm-hmm. Multiple men. That's how they used to dispose of them.
What?
You guys asked for fucking lake facts? You got them, baby.
Okay.
Danny's
family also told him the man would come get him if he was bad when he was
and then dressed him as a cuckoo clock.
I don't know what's real and what's not
on
anymore.
The lake? That's crazy.
This show is just like making me revisit my childhood. And it's like, what was a lie? What was
fucked me up as a kid.
Right?
To think about that.
It was I probably just like asked to go swimming in the lake, and like, nope, you can't. There's dead elephants in there or something. And I just ran with it for the next 30 years.
I need to take some notes from them. That's really impressive.
Are people still trusting submarines after the whole Titanic submarine thing?
Couldn't pay me.
Part of me would love to go down. I'm so enthralled with like the ocean, just because like we don't know shit about the water. Like we think we do, but we don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how many different fish there are,
what's
living, what's not. I don't know, man. There's also supposedly mermaids in the lake in Chicago too.
I'd like to think so.
There's a lady on TikTok that said that she found them, and then it was by like a certain building, but then they like fenced it off, and she couldn't go to that area after her TikTok went viral.
Oh. I'm gonna choose to believe that.
I am too,
wholeheartedly.
Checks out.
That and elephants, mermaids and elephants in the lake.
There's an account from like the National Science Center, or whatever. You can follow it. There's no people on it, but it's currently like the deepest little submarine thing that's down there, and they're watching a live feed, and it's just them sitting quietly, and then like a really cool ass new starfish will pop up, and it's all them. It sounds like they're stoned. They're like, no way, dude. Oh, whoa. It was like 20 minutes of silence, and then like a new jellyfish.
Yeah,
whoa,
I think I could really enjoy life that way.
Yeah.
Just need a lot of weed though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
Weed and a submarine
hotboxing a submarine. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Watching new jellyfish just pop up. Whoa, dude, that fucking rocks, bro.
You guys ever go scuba diving?
Yes, I love scuba diving.
You do?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Well, my dad taught me when I was younger. I started to do it, and like I learned in a pool, and then we went out to the oil rigs. It's like 2 hours out.
That scares the fuck out of me.
Right.
Those videos where they throw the food over and a million fish come up.
Okay, so my dad being like my dad used to be like a thrill chaser. Like he wanted to go on Fear Factor, but he smoked too much, so like he couldn't do it. Anyway, we're out there, and he starts chumming the water. And I see this humongous hammerhead
While
shark.
you're in the water?
I'm not in the water yet.
Okay.
He's starting to chum, and this hammerhead's like circling our boat, and the boat is humongous, and this shark is obviously really big. And my dad is sitting on the side. He goes, "Well, you ready?" And then he flips backwards and goes in the water, and I just stand there. And he's like, "Are you going to come?" And I was like, No, like I can't. Like this water is so.
He jumped the water off an oil rig to go.
Well, we were. So what you had to do was
your elephant story's not so bad.
You had to get this big hook and like basically like throw it to try to like get yourself all like hooked to the oil rig because you couldn't drop the anchor because it's too deep.
Yeah.
So once we did that, we're like floating out there. We usually like spend the night for like 2 or 3 days because it's a very long track out there.
Holy shit.
And yeah, he would jump in and go scuba diving. I physically went in. Well, I did once after the whole chumming incident was gone, but still freaked me out because it was just too, like the water was way too dark and it was just really scary. But it's my favorite feeling in the world of being underwater and like having that, like the breather, like the, I don't know. It's just really, really cool. And I've always wanted to try a cryo tank because of that. I just want to float.
Ooh.
Didn't you have to do a lot of military training in the ocean at all? Or is that only certain branches?
I think it's only certain jobs.
I would always hear
we had to do like a lot of not a lot, but we had to do swim stuff.
I'd always hear like in the middle of the night they'd have to like do some sort of training altogether, but like sharks were never an issue for some reason.
Did you have to
do some
like
science behind it?
Tell that to the USS Indianapolis.
I will.
Did you have to do the whole like going down to the bottom of the pool with like the brick and stuff and swim? How hard was that?
Not that I didn't think it was that hard. They had in boot camp they make everyone learn to swim. You can't leave boot camp until you can swim. And there's different levels, and they call the kids that can't iron ducks, and they figure out who can swim and who can't by they line you up on this diving board, and they just make you go. And so they see who can swim at the bottom and who's an iron duck and sinks. And so that's how they weed you out. And then once you're in the fleet, you can go up through different levels or whatever. And I remember the one, it was like once a year you had to qual or something like that. And to get to the top level, the last thing you had to do was swim backwards in the pool with all your uniform and your boots and everything on, and you had to swim backwards in the pool, and there was 2 instructors
that had to be heavy as shit
waiting to take you down, and you didn't know where they were in the pool, and then you had to like fight them off underwater and come back up and get to like whatever. And because you're supposed to, your instincts to try and get to the top, but you're supposed to stay calm and just
sink
and pull them further, and then once they started panicking, you hit them off and go or whatever. But I just remember swimming backwards being like fuck. I just hate being surprised anyway, so it was like I
will say that the feeling of like almost drowning is so terrifying to me. Like whenever I was little, I hooked myself to this knee board and like no one was paying attention to me, and I like tied it and I was floating and the boat came and the wave flipped me over and I was like hitting the top of the knee board like I was drowning. Finally, like somehow I knocked myself loose and I looked around and no one was paying attention to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, as a parent, that's like my I'm crazy with that shit. We had to do cut you off.
No, I didn't say
talking about
anything.
the military for a second. We had to do
you fucking loser.
The Humvee.
Fucking Veterans Day week, damn it.
You had to get strapped into this Humvee that was like on a rotisserie chicken thing over the pool. And you all got strapped in with your rifles and all your stuff, and then it flipped upside down and like boom went down upside down into the water, and you had to like.
No wonder you have such like weird terrors for your children, like the shit that you went through. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna get waterboarded while like fucking in a seatbelt in a Humvee, just to like for practice, like just to make sure I'm good.
But she's too afraid to return shit.
Yeah.
Like, Amazon, absolutely not. Humvee underwater, yes, please.
I'll let a hairdresser burn the fuck out of my forehead with a curling iron. Won't say a word, but too afraid. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, when I was like 21, one of my best friends worked at a pool, and it was he was like the manager, so he got to hire people. He's like, dude, just come work at this pool with me. It's paying more than this job that you're working right now at a hot dog stand. I was like, all right, for sure. He's like, it's super chill. It's a private pool, like on an apartment, but you have to get certified as a lifeguard. And I was like, all right. And it turns out no matter if you're working the ocean or a private pool, it's the same training.
It's hard.
Yeah. So I show up at the YMCA hungover one Saturday, and it's like, all right, you have to swim 300 yards without touching the bottom. You have to go retrieve a 10-pound dumbbell, then swim back with it on your back. You got to tread water for 2 minutes straight without using your arms. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking me here. This is impossible. He tries it. To swim the 300 yards. He gets out halfway of the pool and just pukes on the side of the pool and has to restart. So yeah, it's no joke.
We didn't have training like that. I was a lifeguard at a humongous water park. All we had was like CPR training and like neck and back like if someone hurt themselves on the slide.
Oh yeah.
Like we didn't have to swim or do anything.
The sneaky hardest part was when you had to be the crash dummy for someone else, and you have to like fake drown. They're like, all right, go to the bottom of the pool, and he's gonna save you. Like, what is this guy doing? Hurry up!
What they would do to us is that we would be like, the water park would be open, and like if you got chosen that day, they would come down from like the lazy river, like where you were. They would throw in a fake baby, and if you didn't like hop in and like save the baby, like you could get like a marker and potentially get fired. But it's like so many people were sitting on those stands with their sunglasses on, just again hung over as shit, just being like,
yeah.
So many people miss those babies.
A mom would be like, you see my kid? Like, check the bottom of the pool.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Shit's no joke. Water safety is the theme of today's episode.
I guess so.
Thank you for joining us.
We decided to get on that.
Water safety episode. Drew Bledsoe. I got more Patriots facts. This was enlightening to me. Do you guys know the band Everclear?
Yeah.
I will buy you a new life. Way up.
We said we know it.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go drive into Lake Superior. But very popular 90s band. And Drew Bledsoe was the main quarterback for the Patriots all throughout the 90s. He goes to an Everclear concert. He gets called up on stage. I guess he fucking loved Everclear. And he was like, I'm fucking stage diving. He stage dove off the stage and nobody was ready. And like, he's an NFL quarterback. Yeah. He's a big boy. Just landed on some lady and like crushed her.
Oh, no.
Like hurt her pretty bad.
At least he didn't do like the frontal mincy where everyone's got to touch your penis.
So funny. The only guy to ever stage dive that way.
Like what goes through your brain? Like maybe he's just so excited and just full frontal. Everyone just gets to touch you.
He was ready to just face plant.
That is a crazy move. But normally they do the forward and then you flip.
Yeah.
And Mincy, our guy,
he just full belly
penis down.
I mean, if you're Drew Bledsoe, you got to be ready. You know when to stage dive and when to not. You need at least 10 people in front of you with their hands up. You can't just be cannonballing onto a poor woman.
Yeah, I mean, I just read the summary of it. I don't know, maybe he tripped or something, but it sounds like he was like, Everclear rules, and just crushed a fucking lady.
That sounds so lame. Just being up there like, yeah, and then no one catches you.
Imagine he got injured and like couldn't play the next game.
Father of mine.
Tell me, where have you been?
He got really hyped about that. I don't know. I just thought that was crazy. I had someone, this is a niche band, Motion City Soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know that?
Yeah. Tell me that you're on
it. Yes. Okay. This is back when I had my lip ring in college, and I went to see them.
I had one too.
I still have the hole.
I do too. Look at us.
Loser.
I feel left out, but also pretty cool.
You should feel cool. It was pretty lame.
It's so lame. I got mine done because my sister had one, and I wanted to be like her because she looked so cool.
I just wanted to be cool.
Back in the day where lip rings, like how today's nose rings are, where they're more common, now I feel like it's such a statement if you get a fucking lip ring.
There was a period of time where everyone was getting this small diamond like right here, and it looked so cool.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't even the hoop?
I had the hoop.
See, I went diamond because I got it pierced not at a professional place, and it was really not the best scenario and situation. And then it got infected, and then went to cheer camp, and I had to wear a Band-Aid over it because I was trying to hide it from my parents. And then it popped out in the shower of cheer camp, and it was just not
good.
Yeah, not a great decision by me, but I have a lot of those.
Yeah, it turns out they're a real tooth chipper. You can't wear that and go to rugby practice, I'll tell you that much. Lesson learned.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
is this it?
Here's the wiener down crowd, sir.
Let's see. Should I go front or back?
He's like, hold on, let me step on you really quick. How do I do this? Oh, wait, nope. Oh, now go.
Wrong way. Oh.
And pants. Yeah, to be fair, if he went the opposite
down
way,
is insane.
His pants probably would have come all the way off.
You know how hard it is, too, probably for him to have to Superman his body like that? There we go.
They rolled him over.
He looks like a baby.
He kind of got manhandled by those people.
He did.
Like, flip over. We don't want this side of you. Good for him, though. That's fun. I love that he got to do that. I've never crowd surfed. Have you?
No.
No desire to, really.
No. I had someone dropped on me at Motion City Soundtrack. I was like up in the front, and that's why they were coming from the back, and I didn't know it. And again, I broke a rib. And, like, it fucked me up. I couldn't breathe. I was like, sorry. Tell me that you're all right. And it was like really fucked up. And it hurt for like months after.
Everything is over.
Yeah. But another sign of
how do you break a rib? Let's go back to that.
He got dropped. So it was a big boy coming from the back. And I was just watching the band, having no idea. And then it got to me, and I guess everybody like let go.
Yeah,
they
like
dropped this man on me.
Like an accordion and one of your ribs.
I did. I like crumpled like a leaf. And there's signs like I had weak bones.
Sorry, underneath the pile.
Like, are you okay? Are you?
I hate the ocean theme parks. Is that like a traumatizing song for you now?
I can't.
Your
I
rib
don't
just
like.
randomly, you get ghost pain in your rib.
Yeah. I do think it really hurt. It's hard. And I was like on kind of a date with remember when Facebook?
You broke your rib on a first date.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
With
From
a guy
another man
I
being
thought
on
was
top of
like
you.
really cool and kind of the reason I got a lip ring. He invited me to the concert, and
And you're like, this is the full circle moment. I got my lip ring. I'm at Motion City with this hot guy, and then you get crumpled.
I crumpled like a leaf, and it really hurt.
Did he call you the next day?
And we just kind of stopped talking after that.
Oh.
First Facebook link was brand new to campus, and
guess
it was like
what?
the original dating app.
He and I hope he's watching this show because he fucked up.
Yeah.
I bet you're sick right now,
fucking
bro.
disgusted with yourself.
Looking at how I look today, maybe you dodged a bullet.
He just dropped you off at the hospital and never talked to you again.
Yeah, bye.
Just kick her out.
You should have really supported that guy better.
Yeah,
Just gaslit you after.
You got the ick because you couldn't hold
You
up a
just
grown
let
man.
that guy drop at Motion City.
She was cool, but it was
I
good.
thought that lip ring meant you were fucking strong.
It was a good date, but she broke her rib.
Yeah, she let that. Yeah,
Couldn't
let
fuck.
another guy crowd surf on her. So can't. I'd never let my girl get a man.
It's like calling you a slut while you're on the ground.
Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, that's crowd surfing talk.
What the fuck?
All right, what's
What
next?
time is it? How are we doing?
What's next on the list?
Every week I say I'm gonna prepare, and then it's like, I swear it's my ADD thing where I tell myself everything's better. I'm more creative at the last minute. Everything's funnier at the last minute, and then it's not funny. It's just us sitting here a minute beforehand, me being
Kate,
like,
to be fair,
sorry.
I get the same. I do the same thing like with Domesticated. It took me forever to build the set, and I'm like literally like this close to being done, and I have the 2 things of clay I need to finish the fridge back there. But I'm like, what if I just like don't do it right this second, and I just wait until people are putting a lot of existential pressure on me and I feel really bad, and then I'll do it.
It's a great fuel. Shame is my main fuel.
Yeah, you know what it is
and
for me
I need more
too.
of it, I think, but I do want to do these deep dives. Our equipment supervisor, Jordan Lindley, sent me an email with a request of, have you guys heard of Shenavici?
I don't
or
think
Sheena
so.
Vici, I'm probably
I
saying.
don't think so.
AKA Sheena. So she is a momfluencer, because we do, Ballerina Farms is getting shit on this week, by the way.
But speaking of, I had a lot of DMs from a lot of watchers giving me mom influencers. I opened them and then I cleaned up throw up and forgot about them, and I'm sorry, but I really appreciate the DMs and I followed everyone back and I love you guys, so just want to say that. Go.
Yes, I got some. Drew Basham and Sierra Beale are on my list for a following week. People were sending me stuff.
You're speaking a foreign language. What's Ballerina Farms? What's Sheena?
So Ballerina Farms, we were telling you about last week, the trad wife who's married to the JetBlue,
Who might be held hostage.
the son of the heir of JetBlue or whatever, who might be held. She's getting shit on this week for. They sell, so they have this farm that they make look. We'll get into that maybe after this really quick. But they sell like $300 cutting boards that are apparently like falling apart.
Okay, I do know.
Or like $800 like yeast for your bread, blah blah blah, whatever. But Jordan, Equipment Room Jordan.
Shout out Jordan.
Who was Pat was here to do something the other week, and he's like, "Did you know there's just like a man that sits in a little room back there all the time?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's Jordan. Yeah, he's back there all the time."
And you know what? He loves his room.
He does.
Yeah.
He loves
good.
it.
Okay.
He loves his room, and he keeps that thing.
It is immaculate.
It's like literally, he gets like frustrated at the thought of people not putting things back where like they belong. He is the most,
which
like,
can happen a lot here.
yes, but without him, I think
we
would be
We'd be
lost.
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Jordan.
Shout out Jordan. He
You
is
could eat
a
spaghetti
beaut.
off the floor of that place.
Literally.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, he basically has his own office.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
more than most
And he
people
always
could
has
say.
good vibes in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, he's always playing good music.
Well, every time I happen to go back towards the back of the gym, I always try and poke my head and be like, "Hey." I just want to acknowledge that we know you're there.
Yeah.
You're
Slide
not
him
alone.
a plate of food under the door.
Yeah, you're not alone. We know that you exist. Anyway, I guess he watches Kate Prince. Thanks, Jordan.
yeah.
We love you, man.
Hell yeah. He sent a request for Sheena. So Sheena is a momfluencer who pulls out all the stops when she crafts her fancy dinners for her 3 kids. Golden silverware, laminated menus, candles, dresses. She pretends to be a server, taking the kids' orders. She serves them Michelin star-looking dishes, including
I've seen this one.
Pan-seared filet mignon, potato soup, deep-fried Oreos. She's also the queen of core memories. Look how cute, even for her kids. The little one gets like 4 kids, I guess.
Whoa, the queen of core memories. What does that mean?
Every night she makes it special for these kids. Like, literally, like, we're talking crab legs. We're talking, again, filet mignon. Like, everything is homemade by her. And, like, they dress up for dinner. I don't see anything. If you have the money and the time to do this, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think so, too. This one didn't. It made me feel like kind of a shitty moment.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
She's not shoving it in our face or anything. This is just what she's doing. And I actually really like it. And I think it's really smart to prepare your kids for restaurants and stuff like this. And they love anything that when the parent is giving them full attention, like even if it's like teaching my kid to write or like stuff that I would consider lame, like learning, like he's so into it because it's me and him spending time together. And they're like, these kids are into it. She's not, I don't think she's like forcing them to be chill for the camera or anything like that. Even though they're little, they like seem really all about it. I kind of love it.
I also just love all the colors on their plates because my daughter is so picky. She's just like the
beige.
Beige girl.
Yep.
But that, like, I would love for them to eat like that.
So these kids are a little older, so they'll remember this. But like, say there were like 2. Is there a part of you guys? I feel like I would have this problem if I were a father, where it's like, these kids aren't gonna fucking remember this anyways. I'm doing all this work. There's like a Nate Bargatze bit where he's like telling everyone he just took his 1 and his 2-year-old to Disney World, and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that. They're not gonna remember." He's like, "What do you want me to do? Just like keep them in a closet and be like, 5. You remember yet? You remember yet?"
Yeah.
But there is some truth to that, where it's like that little baby.
But
she's not gonna appreciate any of this.
Even if the specific memory doesn't stick, I think
they'll always remember.
There's
Mom
certain little
for
things that make a difference. Like even if it's just the connection of it,
yeah.
and
there's the aspect where like that 4-year-old there probably thinks everyone's doing this at home.
Yeah.
That's also
Imagine being in this household and then going to your friend's house and the mom like just like slides you over some like hamburger.
You come to my house, I swear to God,
menu please.
We had the cheesesteak hamburger helper last night with fucking crescent rolls. So
which is also really good.
It was great.
Well, how you say like with the core memories, like I brought Madden and my daughter to Disney World. Claire was only 6 months old, so she'll never remember it. But like, I don't.
Kylie Kelsey was just talking about this because she was at Disney with her kids and they did her whole podcast there. And she was saying, she's like, it's honestly more for us, like the parents.
Yeah, I remember.
Because she's like, when they see the characters and their face lights up, like it just brings me so much joy. So she's like, it's honestly for selfish reasons, but like it's more for us than it is for them.
Yeah.
Because like I just love seeing them so happy, which
makes
is like,
sense.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's how I guess that's how it kind of was for us too. And like I had never been to Disney World, so my husband graciously like planned the trip and brought us all for my birthday. And I am a big like roller coaster. Like me and Madden went on the Yeti roller coaster like 9 times in a row. Like absolutely loved it. But then like he was also kind of more of a Disney guy. Like my daughter for like she was so like princess like, and then all of a sudden like the other day before the Lion King I was like, oh, like do you want to wear this dress? And she's like, I kind of just like the chill clothes. Like I kind of like to look chill. And I was like, okay, so no dress. She's like, no, I don't really like dresses. And then like earlier in life she loved bows. Now she's like, I don't really like bows. So like I don't know whether she sees me get dressed every day and she's like, I want to be like mom, or whether she's just like not like a princess girly. Either way, I kind of love it.
You still got to experience that and take her to Disney and
when she was
whatever.
6 months, I was like, she was attached to my breast the whole time. But it was a great, 6 months at Disney World, do you think would be like the worst experience of your life?
But it
was
fine.
She literally, I put a fan down. She just chilled in like the cart basically all day. We just, because once you put a baby in a stroller and you start walking, like as long as you're walking, they're content.
They're fine.
So it was a lot of fun for us.
I think too, for parents' mental
it's just
health.
so expensive.
having a change of scenery is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just to the store or like whatever. But like, yeah, look at her. I think this is cool.
Kate, you do a lot too with your kids. I see your Instagram stories. You're always taking them places.
And it's mostly for me.
Yeah.
It's like, I cannot sit in the
excuse.
house today and listen to them fight over magnet tiles anymore. Fuck it. We'll go. That's
Speaking
why.
of which, do you need any more magnet tiles?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Okay, because I have a Claire.
Yeah,
Claire went
do.
through a humongous phase, so we have like a humongous laundry basket full.
I will take
What?
every magnet tile. Send me your magnet tiles.
What's that?
They're awesome.
It's like, Legos, but it's these magnetic squares that are.
There's like triangles.
It's like stained glass
squares.
almost.
Yeah.
You're a. What kind of uncle are? What kind of funkle are you?
They're playing with like the old toys that I played with. Well, I don't know what's at their house, but
Get them some
but my
magnet tiles
parents.
for Christmas. But anyway, they're really easy to like build and stack with. And as an adult, I get super into it, and I end up getting like pissed when they knock my shit over.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Claire-
I just built this parking garage.
She gets so into it. She'll build zoos. She'll build skate parks. She'll build movie theaters. All kinds of stuff.
You can make little compartments with the squares. They put all their cars and all their dinos and shit in it. But yeah, they get like super into it.
They don't hurt when you step on them like Legos.
But the problem is, if you don't have enough and you have more than one kid, they beef over them bad. So yeah, mama needs more magnets, but
Got
they're
it.
expensive. So
Done.
yes. I got double that for my 2-year-old's birthday. I was like, everybody just bring fucking those wooden train tracks so that they can have their own separate fucking wooden train, so their trains don't have to run into each other. The drama in our house right now over every fucking thing is insane.
Every toy.
Anything my 4-year-old touches, the 2-year-old's like a magnet suddenly wants it, and then they're like legit just like beating the shit out of each other. It's just like whack, whack, whack. It's so stressful.
It's tough.
Get 'em
when
with
they're
the
that
hook,
close in
Cash.
age.
I keep like going to put clothes away and finding a toy I put up high in a rage like a month ago. I'm like, oh, there's the DJ kit. I guess I could bring that back down again that they fought over last week. Yeah, it's been fun. We're doing good. Good show so far. We're doing great.
Well, you know, it's Thursday. It's November. We're just hanging in.
Hey, I'm learning a lot.
We're gonna get topics. We're gonna get a list of
Give us-
topics.
We've only
Send
had
us-
25 shows. So
I
far.
said in the
Yeah.
chat, send us suggestions for topics you guys want to hear.
I
We
would
can
like
do
to know
Kate
more about the
Sucks
mom
is not a
influencer.
suggestion for a show.
No, stop.
But am I ruling on Sheena Vici? We should have a rating system like the pizza for family
Yeah.
influencers. I'm gonna say for now, not toxic.
Yeah.
No, I don't
That
think
didn't
so.
seem toxic.
What's most of the feedback to someone like Sheena Vici? Is it like, oh, this is great for the kids, you're creating great memories for them, or is it more like, now I feel like a shitty mom because I don't do any of this?
Hers is more, this is cool because I think it's helpful. Because even if you can't do it fancy like that, I could make Hamburger Helper and pretend we're at a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a good idea to prep your kids for the real world and stuff.
These are like the comments.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like hers probably very positive.
Am I too old to join this restaurant? I love the comments on TikTok.
It's better than the actual TikTok.
I just sit there and rub my feet together in bed and snicker and just like all of them rapidly.
My oh my, a dumpling-shaped fish. I think she's probably pretty well received. I am weird. Like, I'll post my kids. I try now to not post their faces or whatever. I'll post them sometimes on my Instagram story when we're out and about doing stuff, just because I've always, even before I had kids, like I've always been like, here's what I'm up to. That's like part of my Instagram. But I am very cognizant of like how weird shit is now. And like, I can't see me setting up a camera to do, like, I'll see these moms like dancing in the living room or doing something where it's like they're clearly like forcing it to look like they're having a great time with their kid, and I'm like, ugh.
They show up to daycare
Like,
like, are you Katie Money Grab's kid?
I don't have like I guess my brain doesn't work in that way. Like whenever I'm like rolling in my mom like life, I'm like task.
I'm in survival mode. I don't have a ring light
like,
to turn on.
Like I'm not like making dinner and being like, fuck, I gotta set my phone before I call these kids down. Like, no, like I'm just like dinner, and like they rush down, like bull rush, they eat, I clean up upstairs,
and then that's it.
Do something viral today, kids.
Do something viral.
Mama needs some TikTok followers.
Of all the family influencers on the scale, I'd say not toxic.
I would say
my
not
final
toxic.
ruling. I'll have to come up with a better system.
We'll check in about 15 years on the kids. See how they are.
Then we'll see how they are. I got to get that woman on who is like the expert on that
I will say, devil's advocate, being that young and having to dress up for no reason, not fun.
Not fun.
Kind of
You're
annoying.
right.
Kind of annoying.
You're right. Not fun. Not a good time.
I will say the oldest, the son, kind of looked slightly annoyed and like can you just put me dinner down? I want to go play Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said this before, but I used to have to share a room with my brother, and sometimes when I was just feeling it, I would wake him up on a Sunday morning, and I'd be like, Mom and Dad are in a mood. They're making us go to church again. Like, get up. And I go downstairs, and Mom and Dad were not making us go to church. and he'd just come downstairs in like a polo and khakis. Be like, Danny!
That's the best feeling in the world.
It's not even for the camera either.
Getting
Just
out
to
of
do it for the love of the
pure
kids.
love of the
Yeah.
game.
Pranks.
That's all right. Parents just doing it for the love of the game now. You get without posts and stuff. That's getting out of church clothes.
I will
best
say I do
feeling.
like the post though. I think we talked about this before, but it's starting to circle back around where like parents will be like, hey, this guy, like a dad will be like, this dad wants to fight and their son's out there and they want to fight you too.
I sent that one to the chat this
and
week.
it's just like the kid being like, all right, let's go. And it's like,
Say less, fam.
I kind of want to try that with my kids and see what would happen. I think my dad would be like, what? And then Matt would be like, that's a trend. And he would just,
he would know right
yeah,
away.
he would, that would ruin it. That would ruin me.
Yeah, he's too old for the trends. I
Yeah,
feel
he'd be
like
like, dude,
you have
I
to be
already
5 or
saw
under for that
that.
one. Yeah.
Have John Pork call him. See how.
Yeah.
See how he handles
Everyone
John
has a
Pork.
plan until John Pork starts calling.
Yeah. I'm glad Danny said before the show started he's finally on the John Pork train.
Yeah,
Which
it's
I'm
too
so
good.
glad. Highly recommend. It is.
It's
laugh out
almost
loud
unfair
funny.
doing it to grandparents.
Yes.
You know, like parents are bad enough. The grandparents, they're not even, they still believe it's a human.
The panic on their faces when it pops up on their phone.
And the husband is like, basically like, are you cheating on me with John Pork?
John Pork.
Who's this man calling you?
Did you guys see the, speaking of our brain rot, someone dressed up as Marcus the Worm for Halloween?
Yes, she nailed it.
She nailed it.
She nailed it. Yep. Marcus the Space Worm, John Pork.
Yeah, Marcus is like
We're
become my
getting
zen.
Ballerina Farms. Let's just talk about it real quick for a second here. Getting shit on for their expensive cutting boards. Oh, this is a video about farts, so hold on.
We'll get to that later.
But let's see. This one right here. Mackenzie, I don't know if you can see where my little mouse clicker is underneath the Come On Nara Smith. So Nara Smith, who we were talking about last week, and Ballerina Farms actually got together at one point. Nara Smith was like, I'm here visiting my friend. And they made it look... They're just getting called out because everybody realizes there's like a ton of behind the scenes and everything's super calculated when they make it seem like it's not.
Stop thinking about Nara Smith at Ballerina Farm. I now don't want to admit like how many times I have watched this video, but y'all, there is just simply no way that Nara Smith was not paid to go do this video. This is only my opinion. There are also so many telling moments in here. Like, Lucky is seated at the table with everybody else. Daniel is not. It's also so interesting that this guy's wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt because Nara and Lucky just came from the Ralph Lauren, like, event. Probably a coincidence, but still. And in the beginning of the video, she's like, after a hectic work week in New York, we finally made it to visit family and friends in Utah. And like, sure, maybe they didn't post any content of that. But the only 2 videos of them in Utah are Ballerina Farm and then them going to that soda shop swig. It very much looks like the only reason they went to Utah was to go film this. And we're meant to see all of this and be like, you know what, Ballerina Farm's fine. Everything's fine over there. She like makes sure to point out that Daniel made the yogurt that they're eating. Talks about how all the kids were so excited and they ran around so that the parents could enjoy brunch, which that's not what this looks like to me. This looks like a big mess that she's gonna have to clean up. I don't know, please someone talk to me about this.
This is the shit I want.
I don't know who's
This is the shit I want to know
who's
more about.
Significance of this
The
in my life.
parasocial
Nobody
people
else
who
knows.
are
Yes,
obsessed
exactly.
or-
I'm
Right,
like,
right.
just let them live their life.
I
Like,
do listen to it and I do agree that everything those accounts do is extremely calculated.
1000%.
And they try to make it
Yes.
seem like it's not. And like that was right after Ballerina Farms, I think it was the New York Times article where it's like the husband followed her and the reporter the whole time. And it was like, blink twice if you're okay, honey. Like, and so I do think she's right that like probably wasn't by accident. They're like, the husband made the yogurt. Like everything's fine here. Like,
yeah,
I do feel
it's
like
better
the visit
it's
was-
better to be a heel than it is to be phony on the internet.
Yeah.
If she just like doubled down and went with it and be like, yeah, this is all set up. I'm
by
doing
her
this for the
saying
money.
that like, oh, but Daniel made the yogurt basically is like, he hit me and I made this. That's what I heard.
Like,
yeah.
I just like it's super parasocial, and it's fucked that like. I mean, everything they do gets a video like that. It's like he was sitting.
Yeah.
Did you notice what seat he was sitting in, and that she was wearing this colored?
Oh yeah,
skirt
the
and
people
blah, blah.
that break stuff down, like
Crazy, but also I'm watching
entertained.
it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm watching
See,
it.
I want those types of sagas sent to me from the momfluencer world.
From the
I didn't
momfluencer
realize
world.
how real it got.
It gets
over
very
there.
real.
It's very intense. I also just like sometimes I really hate those drama, not this woman specifically, but the drama people on TikTok who are breaking everything down.
Yeah.
Because they'll talk about stuff that happens like at Barstool that like I
Yeah.
don't even know about. And
Mackenzie,
it's
it drives me
what are you
nuts.
talking about? I'm like, that's not true.
I was
Like,
gonna say like we've been on the other end of this and they're usually wrong.
Yes,
but
yes,
it-
you're right.
It's still
I didn't know
entertaining.
better.
I love seeing
But no,
Mackenzie's
like-
comments back though. She's like, you don't even know like what's happening like
I'm
at
like,
all.
She doesn't even go here.
No, yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, one time there was Brianna Chicken Fry was on Steiny's podcast, who's like one of those Nelk boys, and the girl was breaking down whatever Brianna said in the interview, and she's like, for those of you who don't know, Steiny also works at Barstool, and I was like, no, he doesn't.
Man, yeah,
I'm
do
like,
an ounce of research.
One Google, you could have figured that out. It's like we just need to like, I don't know. There's too much of the drama.
Yeah.
TikToks,
And then
like,
they're just
Yeah.
like, every woman at Barstool is a raging conservative
Yeah.
and feeds men plates. And it's like, I would, like, yeah, I clean
Right.
up after men here. But that's only because I like a clean office.
I
Yeah.
saw Nikki Smokes breaking down an empty Uncrustables box today.
Good for him.
Big
Wow.
progress.
that is
Throwing it
huge.
out.
And you know what? White Sox Dave, always on top of that coffee machine upstairs these days.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Taught him how to do it.
Learning. They're learning.
You next, Danny.
Yeah.
Nah,
What
we'll
do you
get ya.
do?
Can't change me.
Anyway, she's getting shit on
We'll get
now.
Jackie here.
This was a post I saw on Threads, gleefully watching the Ballerina Farm tradwife get obliterated by chefs and woodworkers over her hawking a fast warping $260 cutting board. And then there's like a million TikToks about her cutting $260 cutting board falling apart. But basically, like, they're already like mega millionaires pretending to have this little farm when it's like all really high tech crazy stuff, and then they're selling you their artisanal farm stuff that they're probably not making for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but because they've curated, it's smart, it's a great business model, but now people are turning on her because of the
Do they
cutting board.
respond to the hate? Do they address the haters?
No, they're brilliant. They're just like Nars. No, they don't need to. They
Yeah.
know they don't need to. They're very smart. But again, yeah, look at this. People are pissed about the cutting board.
Also, kind of on you for buying a $270 cutting board from
Right.
the
Yeah.
TikTok shop, kind of. That's all that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she likes her Ballerina Farms cutting board. I don't know.
What's so
she
special
might.
about it?
She looks
Cutting
like she
boards
Special
are
might.
wood.
not only stunning, but you can
She
likes
loves
it.
it.
It's just
crafted
scalloped.
to
She really
perfection.
enjoys the
Would make
scalloping on the
perfect family
side.
heirloom, and that's what we plan on doing
Oh,
with
perfect
it. And
family
also
heirloom.
heirloom on the side in gold. Really large cutting board, and it's made locally in Utah. Absolutely
I don't think
obsessed
people
with
really
it.
have
This would
family
make the
heirlooms like that
perfect
anymore.
gift for the
Oh yeah?
holidays.
Well,
I'm gonna
Mackenzie,
go
can you
ahead and
play
link
the
this down below
Valle
for
La
you guys so you
Peña
can
El
check it out.
Tablero Ballerina Farms Day
Hey.
260 video? Because people are furious about it.
Is it in Spanish? El Español?
Yes, I can.
I don't know. But anyway, oh, it's 10:02. We've ballerina farmed ourselves too close to the sun, and now we're out of time.
Again.
We won't be able to play my fart video. Oh, this is just one last fun thing I saw on the internet that I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Do you guys remember the band Milli Vanilli?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And remember they had that scandal where I guess they weren't singing their songs at all? Like they weren't just lip syncing at concerts, like two totally separate men were singing the songs and then they were pretending it
I
was
guess I
them.
didn't realize that.
No.
No.
And they got all kinds of awards and stuff taken away from them, and it was like a big scandal. The guy from Milli Vanilli who had to give back a Grammy is nominated for a Grammy for narrating the audiobook of the Milli Vanilli story.
Whoa.
Oh.
This is the comeback we need in 2025.
Absolutely.
I just thought
What the
that was
fuck? I have to do a
just
deep
thought
dive
that-
on that. Why wouldn't the two guys actually singing just start their own band?
Maybe they're not good. Danny.
Maybe they couldn't dance. Maybe they weren't hot. Maybe it was one of the first like big lip syncing music scandals back in the 80s or 90s or something like that. Milli Vanilli. But anyway, I just thought that was cute. I'm trying to think what else. I feel like I had something else, but who the hell knows? What do we got going on this week?
Oh,
The
do you
Yak
want your
Gauntlet?
outfit of the week?
Oh, can we play?
Outfit
We're gonna
of
play
the
this
week.
every week. Baby Tom. Here he is again. We'll close it out with
hello
this.
everybody, so come and dress Baby Tom with me.
He's like a grown man in a child's body.
Yep.
So this is the baby before he's dressed. So this is what Baby Tom is going to be wearing today. He's going to be wearing his Boss jeans.
Always.
With his Hugo Boss polo shirt.
Of course.
So Boss jeans, Hugo Boss polo shirt. And he's going to be wearing those Gucci shoes. They're going to be too big on him, obviously, but I'm just going to put them on
loafers.
They're actually unbelievable. Look at the size of them. Oh my god. The Gucci loafers. So that's his water wipes, his nappies, baby powder, E45 for his skin. So this is my
He's wearing a watch. He's wearing a fucking watch.
Man.
Yeah. I love this guy.
This guy's ready to go to RPM Steakhouse.
Yes, yes, he is.
Looks like a Jeff Nadeau outfit.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what he's wearing next week. Baby Tom, I love you.
And we'll put some Baby John's in his here.
Maybe next week I'll have a plan.
Maybe I'll dress. We're gonna go.
But in the meantime,
We love you guys.
we love you guys. Thanks for being
watching.
here. I
And-
haven't been like I've been like forgetting to send out the link and everything. So
Send Momfluencer drama.
Yes.
That's what we should do next
Yeah,
week.
any ideas you have or anything you would like us to talk about, just send it to our DMs. I go through them all of the time.
I see all of mine, so send
yeah.
yeah.
Send it
I
to
pretend
us.
I don't see some of them, but I see them. So hit me up.
We love you guys.
We love you. We'll see you. It's almost the weekend. Good vibes. Vibes
Good
are
vibes.
high. Let's go.
Woo, woo,
All right. We'll see you
Go to
next
Mosley.
week.